Hi everyone, it's Nancy Bastine, and I'm coming back to show an older video that I did a while back about making the faux leather, because I want to demonstrate the metallic lustres. Hang on, I didn't get them. Hang on, let me get them. I want to show you what they are. They're kind of like rub and buff. I have a whole bunch of colors, but I just grabbed some of these. I'm not I don't want to use red. Espresso, I don't think. I think I want to use this fabulous fuchsia on this, maybe. Let me see. Let me grab another color. Or maybe this majestic purple. But I'm going to do one in purple and one in brown also, which I think the Gold Rush or the Champagne Ice will look good on those. What these are, they're kind of like rub and buff. They're just really luscious. Luscious, and you rub it on the, after we emboss them, we'll rub it on the high spots. I make sure that none of the ones that I have dried out. Some of the ones that she sent me were dried out, like the emerald green is just a ball of dried out stuff. Now that one's kind of dry, but I think still use it. But that's what they look like. I don't know what that other one's called that everybody uses. It's in the jars. But these are similar to those. Anyway. But first of all, what we have to do is I cut my paper. It was a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock, and it was by Basil cardstock. I bought a bunch of their cardstock when it was on sale. And anyway, you want to do it on a craft mat because we're going to spray glycerin and water, and we're going to saturate our paper with the glycerin and water. And we just sprayed on there. It's, I don't know, I put about that much glycerin in, that much water, and it's vegetable glycerin I get at the health food store. I'll show you. I hate this stuff on my hands, but I get a big bottle like this, 100% vegetable glycerin. Oh, I think it's like $10 for this big old bottle. But I know you can just get a little teeny bottle at the drugstores, and they are much more expensive that way. So I go to the health food store and get this. And you just kind of want to keep rubbing it into your paper, breaking down the fibers. And I hate the feel of it on my hands, but you know, me and my hands don't. And when you can feel in the fibers, you don't want to rub too hard. You don't want to, you know, tear it. But you can start seeing the fibers working there. Darling? That bread is already got mold on it. It does? Yes.
Well, it didn't last long. I didn't eat much much of it that time.
Neither did I. Anyway, then you turn your paper over.
Oh, you're recording.
And you want to saturate the back side of it also. And you just want to gently rub it in. Be very gentle. You know, paper's paper. And see, then this will make a good size binder or folder or journal cover, or you can make them bigger. I just cut it in half, made 6 by 6, but next time I think I want to make it a little bit bigger, maybe 8 by 6, because 6 by 6 to me is a little, oh, you know, too little to work in for me. Okay, I'm just going to get a little bit around the edges. I see that needs some tender, loving care. Now, can you see the fibers starting to come up through there? And it starts getting like that. You turn it over, and you want to keep rubbing it, keep working it. Like I said, I hate this stuff on my hands, but it's good. It's what they put in lotions, and maybe that's why I don't like lotions on my hands. But when it starts getting real soft, to where it's real pliable like this, then you want to scrunch it up. Yeah, you want to scrunch it up in your hands. Wipe off your board. And just scrunch it up and gently unfold it. So you don't want to tear it. And you want to wet it again. And scrunch it again. Now you don't want this too wet. You don't want it like wringing wet. You'll be able to feel when it's wet enough that you can scrunch it in your hands and not tear it. And it's not wringing wet where it's dripping out of your hands. You just kind of want to mold it around in your hands, being very gentle with it. You want crinkles in it. Alright, now it's to the point where I want to run it through the embossing folder. So, like I said, I hate this on my hands. Abracadabra, here we go. Here's the embossing folders. Here's the machine. And I think for this one, I want the little birdies. So this embossing folder, you can make two. You have twigs on this side that you can fold it that way, and you can fold it this way and have the birdies on this side. Magic, magic. Abracadabra. And we're gonna take our tabs all the way out. I'm gonna have to move my iPad here. I was watching stuff on the iPad. Okay. Now, you only want to put part of this. You only want to put half of this in here. And let's see, like so. This is where I need to stand up and maneuver this embossing folder in here a little bit. Because you only want part of it in there. And you want your other one. And hopefully it's not too thick to run it through. Which it is. And it tore. See, that's what happens. It tears very easily. But we're still going to do it. I'm not going to waste it. Because I can always use it on top of something. I'm going to put it in there and just put one. And that's not thick enough. Oh guys, I'm so sorry. I'm having a tough time with this. I can never remember which tabs to have on, which tabs not to have on. I don't do enough embossing to remember. Okay. That one's not thick enough yet. Okay. I see what we got here, and it feels so soft and like leather. Let's do the other one while this one's kind of drying. Now that I have figured this out, let's do the brown piece and maneuver it and see if we can get it to work. That's okay, because I can use this on, I can put this on a folder. I can use it on something. I just wanted to do this again, and evidently I'm out of practice and I don't know how. But you're here with me, learning, right? Right along with me, making the mistakes. All right, we have the brown one. We're gonna spray it. Gonna maneuver those fibers. It just softens this paper and makes it so soft and so pliable. And once you get that rubbed in, then you know, remember, you want to flip it over. Look what I'm getting. Okay. Those are fibers. I'm so sorry. I hate stuff on my hands. And I can't wear gloves because I would never be able to feel the the fibers breaking down in the paper. Plus, I don't like gloves on either. I'm just weird. I'm just weird that way. All right, let's flip it over. Do the other side. Honey, I can't play with you right now, Belle. I have one of those embossing mats, but I can't remember how to use it. And a couple of my embossing folders have come up missing that I bought. I bought a Celtic knot that I wanted to use, and I know they're here. They just didn't get put back into my embossing box that I keep all my embossing folders in, and it's packed away in another box that's I haven't probably gone through since the move. But I know they're here somewhere. It's just I've got to search for them, and I don't want to do that. Okay, we're just going to keep doing this till they get broken down. And remember, just be real gentle because, you know, the paper tore. Paper tears. Okay, rubbing it and rubbing it. This one must have been a thicker piece of cardstock than that blue piece, because must have been a different weight. It's really soaking this in. A lot more than that blue piece did. Yuck. You can see how that's breaking the fibers down, huh? Alright, let's see if it's pliable enough to... No, it's not quite. Not quite ply enough to crinkle yet. This darker one really is soaking this in. It's just thirsty. Really, really thirsty. Not quite yet. Boy, this one's taking a long time. I should just pour pure glycerin on it. Alright, I think that's got it. Yeah, it's kind of bendable now. Let's do it. It could have used a little more. See, it's not crunching up as well as the other piece. It's just still got to have some more wetness on it. So one thing you don't want it to do is to start cracking and tearing like it. See? It wasn't wet enough around the edges. gentle with it. Still can use some more. I think this will look really pretty with some gold metallic stuff on it. The metallic luster. I want to say Rub and Buff, but that comes in a tube. I don't know what that other stuff that people use that's in a jar like this. Alright, I can see this is tearing along the edges, so I've got to be very, very careful with this. Clean up this mess here. Get it off of my hands a little. Get the embossing machine up here. Oh yeah, that came out really good. Now, if you want to do the other side, you have to be real gentle. Okay. Hey, we did it. I shouldn't speak so loudly, huh? Move this. Belle's gonna play you a tune on her and see, that is really pretty. Even with the jaggedy edges. And it's so soft. So soft. Now I want to dry them up. Ugh, that stuff's on my hands. It feels terrible. It makes your hands soft, but I can't stand the feel of it. Ugh. Makes me nuts. Oh, thank you, Belle, for playing that for us. Okay, let's get the heat gun on here. See where it squished the stuff right out? Right there, there's a dark spot right there. And when you feel this paper, even after it's dry, it's just so soft. Feels just like leather. Ouch. I always do that. I always stick my finger on that little metal part. And it is really hot. So we have the debossed on the inside and the upper bossed on the outside. And this brown is going to give us all different colors, which is cool. I think that must be the glycerin. See how that is on there? Beautiful. Okay, I think that's dry enough for what we want to do. Oh, it just feels so soft and lovely and stinks. This one needs to be dried just a little more.